Let me just mute everybody. Eric, okay, good. Okay, mute on. All right. There we go, guys. Okay. I hope you got to talk to me, guys. You always okay. Hopefully the reception's pretty good. I had to come to the club, but I think it should work out okay today. You need a knife, for those of you that don't know. You need at least one. If you have two knives, two is good, but one is fine. Put it down for a second. Okay, so we're gonna be training with knife. So no knife in your hand at all, right? Just stay nice and still and just, I don't know, do a quick body scan quickly, right? And it's always good when you're training with weapons to have a starting point and just see how you feel right now, right? And then by the end of training, see if anything changed, right? Like it's important to notice those things, right? And on the weekend, I spent some time with some wonderful people, and it was amazing how I remember how I went to their house and then how I left. And it was amazing to see that you can detect even the slightest changes in a before and after, right? And see how something changed you, especially something like a weapon. You should know if it changes you for the good or bad on any given day or another day, right? So stay nice and straight, just kind of breathe and relax a little bit. And if everything feels like calm inside, right? Try to walk, okay? You can walk anywhere, just practice some breathing and just be attentive for just 1 minute inside what's going on. Yeah, just move around. Yeah, just very plain, you know. Of course, keep breathing all the time. Change directions, try to make everything nice and smooth, right? Your arms and legs nice and straight, they won't swing too much. You'll notice that if you have good posture, that the arms and legs kind of just tag along for the ride. If you have a lot of stress, usually you see the arms moving excessively or the legs moving excessively. So remember, this is kind of like a benchmark for yourself now, right? You have nothing in your hand. You have nothing on you that changes you. So it's a good way to a good barometer to check. And then now, when you're ready, like now would be a good time. Pick up your knife, and again, it's not right or wrong. See if anything. See if you can detect if anything changed inside you. So as you start to walk, I mean, I can detect for sure that the weight of the knife in my hand, just a little bit of weight, made my arm that I'm holding the knife in a little bit stiller. Yeah, like try to see, you can switch the hand too and see if right or left made any distinct changes in you. Sometimes even you can change the grip of the knife, right? And you'll find it a different grip maybe changes how you feel about it, right? The different ways of holding the knife and the way you walk, left and right, backwards and forwards. Good. Now put the knife on you somewhere like, I don't know, like where you would carry it, right? So your hands are free. So tuck it into a pocket, tuck it in. Should be somewhere where it's comfortable for you, whether it's on the side or in the back or in front or wherever you want to carry it, right? And again, walk around without, and then, you know, see if you can draw your weapon, I guess, calmly. Shouldn't be any predisposition to, there's no real, don't pretend there's a bad guy. Just simply pull it out like you're a farmer. You need to work on the farm. You know, you got to cut twig or fix a fence. So you really want to pull the weapon out as calm as you can, mentally and physically. Awesome, guys. Good. Come close for a second. So for those of you that have been doing Systema for a while, have been training for a while, you really want to make sure that you start to pick up any changes in yourself. And in order to do that, you have to have like a benchmark of where you start. So I usually do this in the morning. So when I wake up in my morning, I keep it kind of quiet. I read, I pray, I meditate. I kind of calibrate myself. And then anything that alters that, I notice, whether it's good and bad. So it's not that I'm trying to stop it, but how things affect what's the difference each food makes to me, whether it gives me energy or it doesn't give me energy, or whether it upsets me or doesn't upset me. And you're not looking to make a judgment, you're looking to understand. You're looking to ask a good question. That's all that is, right? So we tend to right away pick you without anything. Maybe you already have a bad psychology with it. Who knows, right? So you need to spend a lot of time with it. We're not going to do it today, but spend a lot of time carrying a weapon. It doesn't have to be like you're going to use it. Just put it on yourself, whether it's a folder knife or something that you walk and see its effects, then pull it out, see its effects. Pay attention, because maybe certain weapons have a bigger effect on you than others. Maybe this knife is fine, but the other one's not fine for me. I don't know, right? I know that's true with guns for sure. They have a different effect on people. One gun might not bother you, another one makes you want to shoot everybody. You have to look at that thing, right? The good ones want to shoot themselves. Those are the really good ones. So with your knife now, hold it in your hand, okay? And without moving, right? So my body's going to be still. I'm going to start to move my knife. And the main key is that it doesn't bother, my body's not swinging here. I'm moving just strictly from the arm, right? So however far I can go over without bothering my body, right? And you don't need to envision stabbing, just need to envision a movement, right? What I want you to try to do is cover as much area as you can, right? But again, don't rotate the body. Leave the body still and just see what you can do from the shoulder, right? You should know your range from the shoulder, right? You should know everything that can be done without bothering your body. And at any time, guys, you can incorporate breathing. Inhale, exhale, relaxation. And if you want to make this really like beautiful, and we should try to make it beautiful if we can, is you get rid of any stops. So the knife is coming towards you now, right? I know it's going to stop right here. So just before it does that, I start another motion, and it's going to stop over here just before that I start. And I start the motion by turning my wrist, okay? Because when you turn the wrist, you turn the elbow, right? So it's like I want to keep this knife in motion. I don't want it to start, stop, start, stop. I want to kind of keep it in motion without bothering my body. And when you feel tired, you can just switch the arms. Yeah, you can switch the arms. You could do a circle, round. This way you start kind of warming up your arms and you see the range that you have without any panic in the arm. So, nobody's coming at you. You're not worried at all. And then try to kind of pass it from one hand to the other. So you're the same movements, but now you're able to pass the knife from one hand to the other. You try to make it, like a baton or the relay race. It has to be a smooth pass from one hand to the other hand. Hey, Daryl, didn't say hi to you. Hello there. Good to see you, man. And if you watch Ray to make it really like, yeah, don't be shy about your movements. Make big movements now. I want you to see them. You know, I don't want you to, you don't have to worry about making them short. Express yourself, you know, like really allow your arms to kind of freedom to kind of move around and work together as a team. One hand to the other hand, one hand to the other hand. Good. So now you need to communicate some information to the rest of your body. So I'm watching my arm swinging, right? I'm watching the motion of my arm. And then what I need to do now is start to incorporate that same speed with my legs so that my legs and my arms are moving at the same speed. So my legs aren't kind of jumpy. Whatever move my arm makes can be transferred to my feet. So I'm communicating together. Yeah. So start to walk around a little bit. So you're moving the knife around your body from one hand to making really big moves, and you're stepping and moving around. Okay, guys, good. um, so many ways we can go here. I'll just kind of pick one, but there's countless ways we can go now. What's nice about this is that, and I want you to consider like making big movements, right? What happens is when our movements stay close to us, they make us feel worried. Like if you're worried somebody's going to take something from you, you bring it close, right? You see it with kids. If you try to take something, they bring it close. I don't want you to worry that people are trying to take your knife. There's nobody taking your knife now. There's nobody trying to take it. So keep it open, like really far away from you, like as far away as you can, okay? The other thing you have to ask yourself, see the way I'm cutting here? Have with my punch. I cut and I punch. But for some strange reason, when I cut, I'm okay. But when I want to punch, I want to speed up somehow. I want to add extra to it. I want to see the difference because this is just a motion, guys. This is a level of attack. It could be a baseball bat, it could be a sword, it could be a punch, it could be a knife. But for some strange reason, all of these feel different to me. Okay. So what I want you to do is make a motion with your hand, make a motion with your knife. So if I'm going to poke with the knife, make a punch. And see, is it the same? Like, did you, if I go down to cut, is it the same like this? If I went from the side, is it the same like that? Or do I feel different, right? Try to analyze the same movement with or without a weapon, right? Guys, you see it all the time with your friends. They're one way with a drink, one way without the drink. Right? Everybody changes a little bit. Try to see that same motion if the knife changed it somehow for the good, right? Flash, back fist, stab, hook, down, hammer. Yeah. And then even from left and right, try to see. Okay, guys, come close for a sec. Just so give me some feedback. How did you feel? Like, what did you notice the difference between the two? Did you notice like which was? Did you speed up without the knife? Did you add more power with or without it? Like, how did it come across to you guys?
Sometimes you just want to extend a little bit, either with or without
I
the
can't
knife.
hear. There. Okay, so hold on. So that's important. So you felt you expended more without the knife or with the knife?
I
Because that's
think
interesting. So sometimes when we stab, we can go deeper. Sometimes maybe when we punch, I don't know. I'm just asking.
yeah, I was putting my hands further without the
For
knife than with it.
me, I found that I want to speed. I want up. There you go. So something to notice. Sometimes with a weapon, maybe we're short of the knife. If I did this, when I dropped my hand, I felt like it was faster. I felt like in other words, I felt maybe a little bit more comfortable or more relaxed without it. So I got more speed, right? That's for me. Guys, I don't know. You have to ask yourself those questions. What happened with or without it? This is just like food. I ate this, it did this. I didn't eat this, it did this. Like, you have to not ask right or wrong. What is effect on you? Like, that's more important, right? Like when I did when I went like from up and I did this. See, this feels so. I felt like I keep going with this. I stop. Like I'm anticipating an end here. The same here. I stop, but this like I have a bigger range, right? But it might be maybe I'm scared I want to stab somebody I don't want or something. I don't know. Like I do this, but then this I drop it much faster. I felt. I don't know why. I'm not trying to criticize. I'm just trying to understand what its effect was, right? Does that make sense, guys? Like this is every weapon has an effect on you as well as what you're doing to somebody. And you need to understand its effect on you, like anger and sadness and happiness. You have to know what it did to people around you and what it did to you when you feel those states of mind, right? And again, everything will change with the different knives. If I could affect this one, like a machete that Jake has is different than a folder I have, right? They're going to give you a different feeling, right? The other thing you want to do for training is you want to make sure that you always remember that you have other options. Like maybe I'm holding a knife in my hand and one option is to stab, right? But the other option is to punch. I have a perfect punch right here. So you have to keep, or I have the butt end, keep those options, right? Or I have an elbow. Make sure that if it's what you wanted to do is use the knife, you use it. If you don't need to, you should also be able to punch, use the handle, even use the side of the blade, right? So what I want you to do now is have the knife in your hand, but don't use it as a knife. Like you can punch, you can elbow, you can kick. It didn't matter. But you have the knife, but you have no intention of using it. It just happens to be in your hand. Okay. Very important to understand this. Okay. Really interesting, right? Let me ask you a question before we get started. How many of you have friends that if they have $100 in their pocket, they're going to spend it? They can't walk around with money in their pocket. They have to spend it. I have friends like this. I can walk with $100 in my pocket and never touch it for a month. I don't need, if I only touch it when I need it, if that makes sense. You need to say, I have it, but if I don't need it, then I'm not going to use it. I don't know why. Maybe you took it from somebody and now you have it in your hand, but just to be able to work your elbow, whatever you want, but don't use the knife. Let's go. Try it. Yeah, everything but and watch. Sometimes you'll catch yourself. You want to stab for no reason. And meanwhile, you told yourself no. Chris, watch me for a sec. So when you're using the elbow, kind of relax your whole body. Don't hold it short. Yeah, there's nobody really there. You know, it's important that you realize there's nobody there. So it's like, yeah, keep free. Punch, elbow, hoof, headbutt, anything, right? Kick, knees. That's it. Yeah, because the knife shouldn't trap you guys. It shouldn't lock you. You don't have to use it. It's just an option you happen to have in your hand.
I find myself, so I don't have a training knife, so I have this, I have a sheath on it, a Kydex sheath. So
That's fine. It's good. That's good.
But I mean, it's a real knife. So I feel like,
No.
I find myself worried that I'm going to hurt myself with my knife.
Yes, but good that you feel this way. Because the hospital is full of people that did that to themselves.
Yeah.
But working with the sheath is excellent. Keep it on. No, keep it on. Because believe me, you don't have to take it out of the sheath. You can whack a guy with it on its sheath too, right? It's that hard plastic is highly effective, right? Kick, elbow, knee, just hold the knife, but don't use it. That's all. It seems so simple, but it's more complicated than you think. Yeah. Okay, good enough, guys. Good enough. So I think it's the same for most countries. I'm not going to quote it, but I know for Canada, we have the right to protect yourself and defend yourself under reasonable grounds. So there's the rules that say, what would a normal person do in this situation? Okay. But in the same respect, you're responsible. So you're granted rights to say you can protect yourself, right? So we will give you that right, but we also give you the right to, if you use excessive force. So the law will protect you, but it's a fine line. So you always want to make sure that you understand that when you've done too much. This is so important. Remember, this is not sports, guys. You have to know. So the law will give you the right to use force to protect yourself, but it also will judge you if you use too much force. So you have to remember, if somebody tried to stab you with a knife and you took the knife and you stabbed them, now it's like you had the knife and stabbed them. You need to be in control of this weapon at all times. That can be done with it, whether it's good or bad. You need to know what you can never lose it out of your control. Okay, so please remember that you need to be always cognizant of excessive force. Be careful of that phrase, excessive force, right? So always ask yourself, what would you do in that situation? What's too much? Okay, you'll never have a problem if you slap somebody in the face with a knife or hit them with a butt end. If you're fine, you're going to be judged hard if you stab them. Be careful, right? So be super careful. You spend a lot of time understanding what to do with the knife without actually stabbing. Elbow, punch, butt end, flat of the knife. This is a much better place than knives to yourself, okay? And cover as much room around you as you can, okay? Start to move. Let's go. All around you. Yep. Far away. Far away. So your arms and your legs, everything's moving. You can kick if you need a punch. Use your legs now, because if you have two knives, legs have to be active. Kick in one direction, strike it. Think of people all around you. Cover the area all around you. 360 degrees. Good, guys. So stop for a sec. Come close. Sorry, I'm getting excited. I love this stuff. So it's complete right now. What I want for you is complete offense. Okay, complete offense. In other words, not crazy, but there's nothing that says in. Imagine five guys around you, everyone double. Offensive, the kick, like you said,
We're not hearing anything.
go forward.
The sound
You're
sucks.
free. Can't hear you.
The sound sucks. You got to say all that over again.
Okay, can you hear me now, guys? Can everybody hear me?
You're freezing up, Manny.
Okay, so completely, sorry guys. How about now? Am I okay?
Go for it.
I'm moving. Am I okay?
Yeah, do it.
So go completely offensive. Your knives are going forward. Your legs are going forward. Everything is going forward. Don't be defensive at all. Allow yourself to go offensive. Okay, go. Try it. Go offensive. Let's go. Move forward. Yeah, nothing is defensive now. Everything is forward. Kick, knife stabs, everything is going forward. Yeah, allow yourself. Go, guys. Push. Just don't go crazy. Just allow yourself to go forward. That's it, Chris. That's it. Allow yourself, guys, forward. That's it. 10 seconds. Keep going, guys. Forward. Awesome. Stop. Okay, good. See how you feel now, right? For a sec. Chris, stop. That's enough. There's nobody there, man. Okay, so how do you feel? Be honest. Are you angry? Are you mad? Or are you happy? Are you feel for this is important. You have to go the right, you have to be happy. It's like, that's why, you know, a lot of cultures, warring cultures, they study war, right? They always dance. They dance, and then they fight like they dance, right? It should be, you are a warrior poet, guys. It's poetry for you, okay? Allow yourself to go offensive, but not angry. Be happy. I'm not saying crazy. Happy, okay? Don't allow yourself to be like the person angry. Be happy. Study how to kind of work with stuff. And for you, it's like, wow, I feel so good. You know, like you feel okay. You don't want to feel mad. You see, no one will want to mess with you because you're happy. This guy's happy. What if he's mad? So 30 seconds, super happy, super offensive, everything. Knife, kicks, go. 30 seconds, fully offensive, go. Feel alive, happy. Yeah, let it go. Alex, let it go. Don't hold back. Let it go. That's it. Yeah, it's a sports car. Let it rip. Be happy, guys. Be happy. Don't be scared. That's it. Smile. Express yourself. Don't hold yourself back. That's it, Michael. That's it. Even more. 10 seconds. Go, 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 guys. 10 seconds. Awesome. Very good. Very good. Okay. How do you feel? Unmute yourself if you need to talk, guys. How do you feel?
Alive.
So I want you to imagine, just give you some analogies to think about, okay? What's that? Say it again.
Very happy.
Good,
I
good.
sliced
No,
the guy.
Good, good. Yeah, no, feel happy, guys. And just say to yourself, sometimes bad things happen to bad people and you'll be happy. You know, that happens in life. We're happy. Bad things happen to bad people. Think of it like that. Yeah. Another analogy I want to give you. Can you hear me, guys? Everybody can hear me? Okay. I hope you can hear me. You can hear me? Okay. Okay. So imagine I just showed up at your house now. Imagine I just showed up at your house with a brand new Ferrari. A brand new Ferrari. I just said, hey, guys, Michael, Chris, you come for a drive.
All right.
Guys, please open it up. Use it. It's that, like, you have in your body a Ferrari if you want. It's your choice when to use it. Okay. So when nobody's looking, the right person, let it rip. Otherwise, be conservative. But understand it's within you you have to be able to let it go. We hold ourselves too much and we need to sometimes let it go. Okay. We don't need to wait till when we're 80 and we're mad at the world before we have to express ourselves. We can express ourselves before that. Okay. I'm trying most of my life. Okay. So now we're going to take a different approach. Okay. Now we're going to go defensive. Okay. Now we're going to go defensive. So you don't need to have the knife in your hand at all, right? Now, no knives in your hand, okay? And what I want you to imagine is your hands are closed, because anytime there's a knife, guys, the hands are not out, they're in. With a gun, they're out. With a knife, they're in, okay? So keep your hands close to you. It doesn't matter where, I don't care, right? But they have to be close to your body. Usually something like this is good. And I want you to kind of clear, so if you imagine the guy coming straight, you move to the right, right? If you imagine the guy from the back, you move from the back. So start to move yourself, okay, as one piece, right? As one piece, and kind of move from the line of a straight attack. So you imagine somebody and how you're moving, right? What you want to stop is don't do this. Don't be bending. Don't bend. Move as one piece. Study how to move your body as one full piece. The moment you bend like this, it's very hard to move a second position, okay?
Sure.
You want to move in such a way that you have many ways of moving, okay? Let's go, try it. Everybody start to move. Start to move. It might look like you're a ballroom dancer of sorts, right? Like you're moving as one piece, one complete. Guys, if you haven't muted yourself, sorry, please mute. Daryl, I need you to mute, brother. Oh, yeah, Jake, Alberto, need to mute as well, please. Alberto, just mute yourself, please.
Okay, mute.
Yeah, please. Yeah, please. Yeah.
Mute.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so you keep moving, right? As one piece, right? As one piece. That's it. Okay. Make sure that the body is still, and you can put your hands in different places, but as long as it's on your body, right? Awesome, guys. Come around for a second. Small corrections, okay? Watch what I'm doing, okay? I put my hands on my body, I move. I put my hands on my body, I move. I'm always putting my hands in a different spot on my body as I move, okay? Guys, we always train with a knife attack like this or like this, but it never happens like that. I'm just about to grab my wallet and something's coming at me. Your hands gotta be, you gotta be comfortable in clearing the line from any position. Like, you know, maybe I'm holding my head, like I was fixing my glasses. At that exact time, the guy decided to stab me. You have to be ready from any position. Fixing your hair, clear the line. Lifting up your pants, clearing the line. Tucking in your shirt, clearing the line. Like, think of all the motions you do. Grab your wallet, getting your car keys. You have to be ready at any moment to clear a line of attack. Okay, it could be deliberate or indeliberate. It doesn't matter, right? So please put your hands in different parts of your body, or imagine, you know, I'm about to zip up my jacket and I have to clear the line. I'm unzipping my jacket, I clear the line. Like, make these different moves and see if you can move as one piece in these different motions. Try it. Yeah, think of everyday movements, guys. Everyday movements, right? That touching you're fixing your jacket, your beard, or yeah.
You're keeping your spine straight, right, Emmanuel?
I'm trying, yeah, because guys, a great example is a Matador. You ever seen the Matadors, right, from the bulls, right? Look how straight they are. There's a reason, because it's very important that you keep your posture. If you give it up, get it back quickly. Don't leave it there. Don't stay in these awkward positions, right? So your hands are close, you move the line. Hands are close to the body, you move the line. Awesome, guys, good. Pick up your knife. One knife, just one, okay? So same idea now. Hold your knife close to your body, right? It could be on you, but that's more difficult. We're gonna try just in our hand, but close to our body, right? So make a move away from the danger, stop, come back. Make a move from away. So the first move is a defensive move. The next one is offensive move. A defensive move, an offensive move. Defensive, offensive. So take a step, stab. Take a step, stab. Try to put the same weight or equal to the moving. Defensive and offense should be kind of together. Don't put more desire on. This is as good as the other. Yeah. No, guys, watch me please. Some mistakes. Watch me for a sec. So for now, I want defense, offense. I want to defense, offense, defense. So I'm here. I take a step, defense, offense, defense, offense. Like, make it clear. If you have to say the word, say the word. This one's to protect myself. This one's forward. So defense, offense. Make it 1, 2, 1, 2. Like inhale, exhale, inhale. The same idea. Go. Try it again. It should be clear that it's defense and then the offense. No, guys, watch me, please stop. Watch me, watch what you're doing. Look, step, and then you it's like, it's no good. Listen, I make a come step, I make a come stab. That's it. If I make a rush step, I make a rush stab, but they have to be together. If you make come step, make a come stab. Extreme. If you step calmly out of the way, stab calmly towards a person. That's it. Okay. Try to marry. This is very difficult for your brain. You tell and then angry, you know, the passive aggressive people. Don't be like that. That's the conversation you're having with yourself. Make a nice step, make a nice step. Remember, defense, offense, defense, offense, defense, offense. Much better, guys. Much better. Good, good. Stop. Much better. So like this, it's now you can transition to the next one. So I have the knife on me. So I have it tucked away. So I make a defensive move and I pull out my knife. Okay. Now just listen. This is where people go wrong. They start to take out their knife and they didn't move. They thought that they have enough time in the line of danger. Never. You see the threat, take a step, move your knife. Take your knife out. Don't do, remember, don't try to stay here, pull out and stop. You're a target right now. First, take a step. Okay, so I'm here. I take a step and then I pull up my knife and then I take a step back. So it's like three-step process. First, I move out of the way. Second, I pull. Third, I stop. So make it 1, 2, 3. Okay, don't muddy those waters. Go, try it. 1, 2, 3. And just say to yourself, move, pull, stop. 1, 2, 3. It's okay if it feels automatic. And remember, the move, the pull from the body and the stab should feel the same. Don't add anything extra. Don't add anything extra. Smooth becomes fast, guys. Smooth will become fast. Make it smooth first. Okay, guys, let me help you for a bit. Let me help you. It's hard to watch me body. So you can see it here, right? So first, without touching, I take a step. I touch it. I take a step. I pull it. I take a step. I stab. Watch again. It's very clear, right? I take a step out of the way. I pull my knife. I stab. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Watch again. One more time. I move out of the way. I grab my knife. I pull it. I stab. So it's like a Z pattern. Okay. Try it. Let me see. Try it. I'm going to watch you guys. Make it clear. If I can't see it on my end, it's going to be wrong. 1, 2, 3. One. Good, Daryl. 2, 3. Stop. That's it. And 1, 2, 3, there should be no preference. The end is not better than the beginning, guys. Remember that. Nothing changes for you. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Nice, Alex. Nice. Remember, make it clear, guys. Don't rush, please. Take your time. 1, 2, 3. Just like breathing, just like it's. Don't excite your mind. Make it smooth. Chris, let me see it. Take one step. Take one step, Chris. Stop. No, too fast. Too fast. Do it again. Take one step. And now stop. That's it. It's better if you go forward. Try going forward. Guys, don't go backwards, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
So just a question, Manny.
Yep, yep. Go ahead,
Um,
Daryl.
so are we moving away from the line and then take the knife
Yeah.
out, moving back to the line again?
Yeah, guys, watch me. Daryl brought up a good question. I'm not a big fan of going backwards and doing this stuff. Okay. If you're going to go, it's better to go forward. Okay. But you can go backwards, but at the beginning. So look at me here, right? Here's the straight line, right? So I'm going off the line. I grab my knife. I'm going back on the line. I'm stabbing. 1, 2. So I don't want you to think of a zigzag, right? So if this is a straight line, I go off the line, I back, I go on. So it's like a zigzag. I go from one side to the other side to the other side. From one side to the other side to the other side. Okay. Watch me again, Daryl. Just watch me if you see, right? Offline, pull. On. Okay. I don't want to confuse you guys, but you have to know when you're pulling out a weapon, it's dangerous staying in the same spot. Take a step to one place, touch it, pull it, go back online. 1, 2, 3. Move, pull, stab. As in 3 steps, 3 movements, 3 steps.
What are your knees doing, Emmanuel?
Relaxed, very relaxed. Like Eric, think about doing this on ice. Guys, think of having a knife fight on an ice rink. Okay. This is how your steps should be. Super light. Okay. The more tense your legs are, they're not going to work the way you think they'll work. That's it, Alex. That looks good. That looks good. Chris, perfect. Just at the end, too much. There's really nobody there. Just make it like, like a handshake. There's nothing extra. You're happy. You shake the hand. That's it. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Complete professional work. That's it. There's no emotion attached to the whole thing. It's completely exactly just like that. Okay, guys, that's actually pretty good. Okay, so this is super predictable, right? The way I showed you. See, so now what I want you to do, so you can see my knife. There's my knife here, right? So now I'm gonna make a movement in an unusual position. So I'm kneeling now. So maybe somebody tried to punch me in the face, and I went this way, right? Now I have to pull out my knife, and I have to. So let's say I was punching the head, I bent over. I have to pull my knife and stop. So now it's very unusual positions, right? You're not going in a linear line. You have the knife on you, and then all of a sudden, boom, somebody swooped my leg and I'm on the ground. So I have to pull my knife and use it, right? So try to think of slipping, try to think of being pushed up against the wall. And from that position, I have to pull and stab. So now it's ideal situation for yourself, right? Knife is on you. It's not just a step that you like. It's a position you don't like. Bent over, leaning backwards. You have to be able to pull your weapon and stab. Very important skill set to have as well. Working from an unusual position. Try it. So tuck the knife on you. Put it maybe a different spot if you want. And put yourself unusual position, pull, stop, usual position. Tom, lean over. Yeah. Thomas, lean as you walk backwards. Tom, stand up. Stand up. Put the knife on you. Thomas, put the knife on you. Yeah, just put it on you, right? And now lean back over that bed railing a little bit. Lean back just a little bit. Now pull it and stab. Yeah, like anything unusual, like bent over. It can be small thing too, right? Like somebody's pulling you. Imagine somebody's pulling me and I have to stab, right? Imagine somebody pulling your arm, somebody grab you in a headlock. You have to pull your knife and stab still. That's it, guys. Keep going. Don't be afraid. You can go to the ground too, move on the ground, study how to kind of pull it from a ground, because as well, people might take you down. And then you pull your knife out from the ground too, right? Don't be afraid to go on the ground. Excellent, guys. Good. Stop for a second. So take your knife now and put it under your armpit. Yeah. Okay, so you have it tucked up under here. Yeah. Yeah. I love doing these things. Open up your potential, right? So you can either put your hands in front of you or you can put hands behind you. I don't care, wherever you feel comfortable. And I want you to try to see how you could stab somebody at this position. The position you could use the knife down to up, slashing, right? And put it in the other arm. Again, just try to see different things, right? So a straight stab, slashing, up, down, left. Yeah. Don't worry what it looks like. You're never going to see, just try it. Even backwards like that, right? Try to see how you can work, right? Put it under your armpit and just work like this a little bit. Just listen to me while you're doing this, guys. These are important drills because you'll be surprised how much this opens up creativity as to other possibilities, okay? Maybe the guy stabbed you and you moved out of the way and you locked his arm like this and you now know how to work with it a little bit, right? It's not ideal, but it gives you a different perspective, these unusual perspectives, how to work with a knife. Okay, elbow. So put it in the crux of your elbow. Now, some of you have big biceps. Maybe it's different. Daryl, you can do it here. Yeah, yeah. So you have two options, either under your neck or your elbow, and try to see how to work with it, guys. Really try to see all the potential that you can, okay? Yeah. And again, imagine the guy stabbed you. You moved out of the way. You've got the knife like this. You don't even need to grab it. Just think about these small things that happen, right? Chris, your arms are too big. That's the problem, man. That the biceps are too big. What is it, Alex? You asked me a question?
No, I got a transition. I got a meeting in a minute. I got a transition, so I'll be moving upstairs to my office. But it was great, awesome. Thanks, Emmanuel.
Thank you so much. Awesome, guys. Come close, guys. Please come close for a second. Just come close. So when you're, I hope you kind of saw where I'm trying to go with this with knife, right? Very interesting work with knife. There's tons of possibilities with it, okay? But when you talk about, try to decipher between professional work with a knife and amateur work. For me, amateur, it's like just entertainment stuff, okay? Professional work means when you hear professional, it just means mentally calm. They're still freaking out, but inside their head, they're calm. So they're still urgent. So think of yourself like a surgeon, okay? You're the best surgeon in North America. You're a top surgeon. You don't show up at the surgery and go, oh my God. Inside, you're doing that. But outside, you're calm as collect, okay? And what happens happens is when we are one way without the knife and another way with the knife. It's the same with people with emotions. Guys, you can be angry, just don't go too far off the grid. You can be sad, just don't go too far off the grid. You can grab the knife, just don't go too far off the grid, okay? Understand how these things affect you and understand how to, if you want to be professional, you mitigate those effects. You have a knife, you know exactly what you want to do with it and what you're comfortable with it, okay? And if you don't, ask yourself some good questions, okay, guys? Really ask yourself some deep questions. This is important, right? And a couple that you should ask yourself, why are you using this? Why? Like, so if you had, there's a knife, if you're going to kill somebody, what would you kill somebody for? You should know this, guys. I know it's a difficult question, right? But it's important, right? Questions like start to, and then ask yourself, when you look at it, I wonder if I had a different way of working with this knife, maybe it could have had a different outcome. Most of you didn't spend enough time with using this knife in its entirety. I'm talking the end, the flat. You got to use the knife as a whole piece, guys. It's a whole piece, okay? Do not ever forget, it's a solid piece of steel, okay? It can do a lot. It doesn't just have to cut and kill, right? So try to see that, okay? Be emotionally aware of its effects. Please take the time to understand the weapon as emotional effect on you, a psychological effect, and a physical effect on you. When you understand those things, now you can study martial arts. Most people don't understand those things and they try to understand the martial art, right? Try to, if you want a good example that will help all of you guys, think of a motorcycle, okay? Imagine how many young kids get their motorcycle license when they're 20 years old or even younger, and then go and buy a super fast motorcycle. What do you think is going to happen here? It's just a disaster, right? Most people study a knife. Yeah, most people study a knife without understanding their frame of mind, okay? If you have a good frame of mind, the motorcycle won't kill you. You'll be pretty good. But if not good, you're finished. A knife or a gun is psychologically very powerful. Be careful. Make sure you're in control of your mind. Otherwise, do not pick it up. Okay, guys, I have a good and excellent driver killed himself. Angry. Oh, what's inside? You're angry that way. Very important. We're gonna study more of it, guys. I barely scratched the surface with this stuff. I had so much more planned. Okay. For Wednesday, guys, I want you to bring training knives, and if you can, some real knives, but dull. Chris, don't bring your razor sharp one. Don't have that authentic one, right? But I have training knives. They're usually old World War II bayonets. They're perfect. Dull them up, and dull them up a little bit, because a real knife has a different feel in your hand. Training knife is one thing. A real knife has a different feel to it, okay? And they're not expensive, really. Yeah, like that. Perfect, Chris, like that. It's nice. You'll see what I mean, right? Guys, remember this, very important that you work with the real thing, but take some of the edge off so you're not cutting yourself, right? Did you have fun, guys? Was it okay?
Yeah, very
I hope
nice.
it was okay, guys.
Like it.
Awesome, guys. I will see you Wednesday. I'll post this up soon, all right? Take care, everybody. Be
All
well.
right, thank you.
Have a good one, guys. Be
Thanks.
well.
Do well too.
Bye, everybody. Bye,
You too,
everybody.
Benny.